Hey, welcome to News You Can Use. I'm your host, BG. Listen to this. Did you know that a report from Canada's largest school board in Toronto revealed that approximately 20% of black students drop out from high school? What the heck? How does that even happen? How do we as a society even allow that to happen? Well, listen to this. One new course is actually looking to change that. But before I give you any further details, I do need you to do a few things, like subscribing to this channel, tapping that notification bell, and make sure to follow us on all of our social media. The details, by the way, are in the description below. So we all know we learn a whole bunch of things in schools. Some of them useful, and let's be honest, some of it is just nonsense. But why don't we learn more about who we are as a people and the true realities and privileges and discrimination that some of us face? Well, that's what the new Black curriculum aims to do, and the woman behind it is actually here to share all of the details. Let's get into it. Kym Niles, thanks so much for joining us here on News You Can Use.
Thank you for having me.
You're about to change the game of education.
You know, that's the goal. That's the goal. That's the goal.
Can we talk about this new Black culture curriculum?
Yes, we have now become an educational partner with the Toronto District School Board. It's called Make Your Mark, Resilience and Restoration. And our goal with this is really to create a space, inclusive space, for healing for Black students to increase their educational outcomes, their mental health, and their well-being.
Wow. So first I want to know, when is this going to begin? Because it seems like I think we all need this. Like even of us, those of us who've already graduated, I feel like we need to go back and get this.
Right? So this started actually preliminary. We started back in April this year.
Okay.
And officially with our partnership, we've launched in October.
Wow. So is this going to be accessible to all like Black students across the board?
It is accessible to all Toronto District School Board high schools across the board.
Right.
So right now we've started with the high schools, but we are getting requests for the middle schools and public schools.
How did this all come to be?
I was coming from the corporate world and becoming an entrepreneur, and I started working in schools. And one of the things I noticed is that not much had changed since I was in high school. Like, I don't know what your experience was, but I could think of every Black teacher that was in my school, which was about 2.
Oh, you had some? But where's the lie?
It's true, right? So getting back into it now, here we are in 2020, that time, 2021, and we still have the same problems going back 20 years, I'm dating myself, of being in high school that right now our kids don't see themselves. When we see situations such as 43% of Black students don't even look into getting into post-secondary.
That's crazy.
We have 69% graduating compared to 84% of their white counterparts, and 20% drop out compared to 9% of the white population.
So, I mean, I have my own perspective of why that is, but why do you think that is?
I think that young people do not have the role models and the mentorship that they need in today's world. I think that they are suffocated with social media. I think that the media that's shoved down their throats is of rappers, models, and they think that's what they should aspire to be. So education is not put on the platform that it needs to be, especially for our young Black adults these days.
How does this happen, though, at Canada's largest school board, the one that's supposed to be the most diverse, not just in this country, but potentially the entire world?
What we're seeing today is really the lack of equity, diversity in classrooms, starting with the leadership.
Right.
And now the difference is, in our time, we were told we had to go to school, we had to graduate, we had to go on to the next steps. Young people these days challenge the systems. And now we're faced with, you know, they get to grade 11 and it's like, well, this doesn't make sense because I want to make my own music, which there's nothing wrong with that. But one of the things they fail to realize at times is that education will open doors for you that, you know, just coming off the street will not.
Right. So run me through, if I'm a high school student, I want to enroll into the course, what does that look like for me?
So
and is it just Black students that get into the course?
No.
Can any student of
the
any
program
background?
is for everyone. So this actually happens during classroom hours.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically what happens is we reach out to a school, principals, teachers, and then what we do is we coordinate with them in having a couple of classes across a period tune in. Right now it's virtual.
Right.
So then, say 4 classes have the opportunity in order to watch the program. And what we do is a live interview. So
Okay.
very much like this,
Right.
where it's a candid conversation. And it really surrounds around the journey of the professional that we're interviewing, how they overcame systemic barriers, how they handled their mental health along the way to their journey of success.
So what are you seeing in terms of reception?
So teachers are loving it because
Okay.
they're getting the support that they need. We had this whole Black Uprising last year.
Yeah.
But one of the things is that everybody kind of got on their site and put diversity and inclusion, and that's what they're all about, and inclusivity. But where's the work with that comes with that? So looking at educators now, a lot of them now, I find, are putting their hands up and saying, you know what, we need help. So what a great way for them to bring in a program like this. And then the teachers actually sit back and they're listening and they're learning.
Who are some of the people that you've brought in, or who you want to bring in?
So people that we have brought in, we've got Jabril Jallo from the Get Fresh
Oh,
company.
I love him. That's one of my homies.
He is amazing.
Yeah.
Like
Shout
Jabril,
out Get Fresh company.
right? We have people like Tabia Charles Collins,
Yeah.
who's an Olympian. We've got people like Penny Cromwell, which is first Black female
Yeah.
MC in Canada, and Adrian Tracy, athlete. You know, it's not just one field we're focused on. We want a vast array of fields. And we want to make sure that the students are able to see that there's many pathways to success. But the door through that is education.
What do you want a student who watches this, and after they finish watching this, whether they're Black, white, every other color of the rainbow, what do you want them to feel once they finish watching this?
I want them to feel that they will be able to walk into their purpose. I sometimes go into schools myself personally, aside from the workshop, and I work with students and I could feel a sense of emptiness.
Yikes.
And that really breaks my heart because they're sitting there feeling like, you know, what am I doing this for? So I really want students to feel that they matter, and I want them to be able to take that chance on themselves. I want them to be able to take that risk. I want them to feel that, you know what, I am just as worthy as all the other nationalities, and I don't have to fit into the stereotype. And also to let them know that the struggles that you face today, people that have come before you have faced those struggles, and here's how they've coped. Here's how they have dealt with it.
You think this is going to be a permanent thing?
Well, currently we've got it for a couple of years. So my goal is to make it a permanent thing, and also not just to have it in the Toronto District School Board.
That's what I asked. You're going to jump over West
Oh,
Appeal? Halton?
I've been knocking on doors.
York?
I've been knocking on doors. And you know, one of the things I'll say to you, Brandon, is what I do makes people very uncomfortable. Many doors I knock on, I am met with privilege.
Because it's also about them admitting that there's a problem that needs to be solved.
Absolutely. I am met with so much privilege at the front door, and not a lot of people are ready for the conversations that we have. Like, we're having real conversations.
Right.
So, you know, I will continue to knock on doors. It is necessary, and I think that as much support as we can also get from the Black community to help to break those barriers down is necessary. Like, we have to come together as a community. It takes a village to raise a child.
I know so many people are going to want to know, where can I get more information about this? Where can people find more information?
So they can find it on makeyourmark.ca. So it's makeyourmar.ca.
Kym Niles, I like the work. I love the work.
Thank
Keep
you.
going. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Hey BG Squad, thanks so much for checking out our channel, and listen to this, we have more great content for you, like this video right here and this video right here. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to this channel right now and tap that notification bell.